Have you ever held a small coin in your hand and wondered, could this be worth a fortune? What if I told you that a simple Canadian 5-cent coin, the one featuring a beaver sitting on a log, could actually be worth thousands, and in some rare cases, even millions of dollars? Yes, the coin that looks ordinary to most people hides an extraordinary history. It's a story of design brilliance, national pride, and unbelievable rarity. Today, we'll uncover the fascinating journey of Canada's most famous 5-cent coin, the beaver on a log design, and explore the version so rare that coin collectors across the world are willing to pay unimaginable prices to own them. To understand the birth of the beaver design, let's go back to 1937. Canada was preparing for a new monarch, King George VI, and the Royal Canadian Mint decided it was time to give the nation's coins a fresh identity. They wanted a design that captured the spirit of Canada, something uniquely Canadian, instantly recognizable, and meaningful to its people. So, they chose the beaver, a national symbol representing hard work, unity, and resilience. The brilliant artist G.E. Kruger Gray designed the now iconic image, a beaver sitting calmly on a log, in the middle of a flowing river, with the words 5 cents Canada and the date below. Above the design sat the proud portrait of King George VI. This design became an instant classic, and it still appears on the 5-cent coin today. Almost 90 years later, the first beaver on a log coin was struck in 1937, made entirely of pure nickel, giving it a shiny, silvery appearance. During the early years, production numbers were fairly high, but what collectors truly hunt for today are the rare varieties, minting errors, and coins that survived in near-perfect condition. The years 1938, 1939, and 1940 also carried the same design, but certain varieties from these years can fetch hundreds of dollars depending on mint luster and dye variations. However, the real magic begins during the wartime and post-war years, when composition changes and minting transitions create rare and valuable coins. During World War II, nickel became a critical metal for military use, so the Royal Canadian Mint had to adjust the composition of its coins. From 1942 to 1945, the 5-cent coins were struck in tombback, a copper-zinc alloy that gave the coins a golden bronze color instead of the usual silver shine. These warrior beaver nickels are highly collectible, especially if they're in pristine condition, because many were used heavily in circulation. One of the rarest wartime pieces is the 1940 for tombback 5-cent coin in uncirculated condition. It can easily sell for over $2,000 USD, and some proof-like specimens have crossed $5,000 at major auctions. After India gained independence in 1947, Canada had to remove IMP, Emperor of India, from the king's title on coins, but because the new dies weren't ready, the mint added a small maple leaf or dot beside the year to show coins struck late in 1947. These 1947 maple leaf and 1947 .5 cents are among the most collectible beaver design coins ever produced. Depending on the condition and variety, they can range anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 USD, and proofs or error varieties are even more valuable. In 1951, the Royal Canadian Mint celebrated the 200th anniversary of the discovery of nickel by redesigning the 5-cent coin, but keeping the beloved beaver at the heart of it. However, there's a rare, high-relief variety of the 1951 coin where the details of the beaver, the water ripples, and the log are more raised and sharply struck. Only a limited number of these were minted before the design was corrected, and collectors are willing to pay big money for them. A high-grade 1951 high-relief beaver nickel can sell for $5,000 or more, depending on its quality and mint condition. In 1965, subtle design differences created another rare and valuable beaver coin. The border dots, known as beads, came in two types, large beads and small beads. The large beads variety is much rarer, especially in high grades. A certified 1965 large beads nickel in mint state condition has fetched prices above $3,000 USD. Always check your 1965 5-cent coins carefully. You might just be holding a valuable variety without realizing it. In the year 2000, the Royal Canadian Mint began experimenting with new plating technology and released a few test coins marked with a small P mint mark. These 200 5-cent coins were never meant for wide circulation, making them incredibly rare today. If you ever find a 200 beaver nickel, you could be looking at a coin worth $5,000 to $10,000 USD, or even more in top condition. Some of the most valuable Beaver 5-cent coins aren't rare by year, but by minting errors. Coins struck off-center, with double strikes, missing letters, or planchette cracks can sell for thousands of dollars. For instance, a double-struck 1970s Beaver nickel once sold for over $4,000, simply because of its minting error. So, next time you look at your coins, examine them closely. That tiny flaw could turn a 5-cent piece into a collector's treasure. The Beaver design is more than just an image. It's a symbol of Canada's history, identity, and craftsmanship. It represents the hard work that built the nation. And that's why collectors all over the world, from the US, the UK, and beyond, admire and collect these coins passionately. Each year, the same design continues to appear. Yet every minting tells a different story. And that's the beauty of numismatics. Small details can make a world of difference. Before we wrap up, it's important to remember that every coin tells a story. And the Beaver on a log 5 cents coin is a story of Canada's heritage, craftsmanship, and evolution through time. From the shiny nickel pieces of the 1930s to the wartime tombback issues, each version carries a moment of history frozen in metal. So whether you're a passionate collector or someone just discovering the world of coins, always keep your eyes open, because hidden among ordinary nickels could be a treasure that changes your life forever. So, before you spend that shiny 5-cent coin or toss it in a drawer, take a moment to look closely. That little beaver on a log might be more than just pocket change. It might be a piece of Canadian history worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Collectors across the globe are still searching for the rarest varieties, and the next big discovery could be yours. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to FM Coins for more amazing coin stories from around the world.